Ladies and gentlemen, there are certain shoe silhouettes that personally reminds me of the days of way back. The Adidas Forum Snakeskin High. We're going to tell that story. Coming up next, Trust and Believe. Seas and believers, you are tuned into episode 113 of the NOMADCAST, a podcast that covers multiple topics. I'm your host, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for tuning in today. We have a great show today lined up. Gym shoe stories on a Thursday. And we're going to talk about the Adidas Forum Snakeskin High OG. You know, they call them highs now. Back in the day, we just called them high tops. But as you can see here in the thumbnail, I titled this episode, The Adidas Forum Snakeskin Classic Silhouette. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about some history of the Adidas Forum Classic Snakeskin. The Adidas Forum High Snakeskin is a refresh of the original Forum High released in 1984. The shoe is inspired by the heritage of the original shoe, yet includes fashion-forward updates, setting the tone for the motto moving forward. This current silhouette was released in 2016. Now, let's talk about some stylistics of the Adidas Forum High Top OG. I would tell you right off the bat, the one thing I don't like about this shoe, which is the only thing I don't like, I wish Adidas had to put the Adidas logo, the old school Adidas logo in there, atypical of other forms, of other previous Forum silhouettes. Had the Adidas trifo logo right in here. Other than that, this shoe is very beautiful, phenomenal. I've always said phenomenal shoe. But when you look at this shoe here, look at the snake skin, right? I call these my pythons. Look at all that, the snake here. Snake skin, different type of snakes on these Adidas, right? Look towards the back. Again, you can see all that snake skin wrapped up in the leather. Traditional ankle strap for the Adidas Forum, consistent. That Dillinger web, which is symbolic of a basketball net, because remember, these shoes were originally released in 1984. Not this particular colorway, but the silhouette was released in 1984, and I'll talk about that later on. As you can see here, the bottom, I've worn these one time. No, probably two times. But see the ankle strap with Adidas embedded here. The Adidas logo, the writing is embedded on the strap here. Old school Adidas tongue, but look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Got the snake skin on the tongue. Very detailed Adidas. I tell you, I grew up in this era where the shoes were very detailed. Detailed down to the letter, A to the Z. Look at that. Look at this toe box here. Traditional toe box of the Forum. But it got a little snake skin in there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the inside of the shoe. Look at that. Snake skin all over. I've always loved the Adidas Forum with this, the I guess you could call it the inside of the shoe. I've always loved the way that looked, right? No matter the color as well. Again, look at that. Got this gray little border right here. Traditional Adidas. And I've always said this, if you look at previous shows when I talked about Adidas, we used to take a highlighter. Us Detroiters used to take a highlighter. I don't know why we did it. It's just something that everybody did. East Siders and West Siders. The strings here. If you can see inside here, look at that. Phenomenal shoe. From a stylistic approach, you can wear this with jeans, cargo shorts, whatever you want, really. It's all up to you. But I've always been such a fan of the Adidas Forum. Beautiful, beautiful shoe, beautiful colorway. Love that they brought back the snakeskin. Again, these were released in 2016, but they brought back the snakeskin on the Adidas. Phenomenal, man. Just let me give you another 360 around here. Phenomenal shoe. Love the toe box, the snakeskin on the toe box, the snakeskin all around. Let me just give you another look. The Adidas Forum, y'all. Snakeskin. High top. Old school at its best. I tell you, man, I freaking enjoy a pair of Adidas Forums. All-time favorite shoe of all time is the Adidas Forum, right? Let's go ahead and talk about some comfort. Now, with the Adidas Forum, this particular one, very comfortable. As you can see here, there's ankle padding in here. You know, historically, it's for the basketball, the NBA players. But NBA players don't wear these no more, right? But you look at the inside, it's very comfortable. The instep is very comfortable. Toes, I can wiggle my toes inside the toe box, no issues. I have wide feet, but there's no issues with the side here. There's nothing wrong with the comfort level of these shoes. Typically, when you have an old school shoe and the company re-retros the shoe, a vintage model, sometimes they upgrade the materials. The materials have advanced since the original shoe was released, but they upgrade the materials, and sometimes it's either hit or miss. Sometimes it feels better. Sometimes it feels worse. Sometimes the original feels better than the re-retro. But I would tell you, this particular Adidas Forum right here feels better than some of the older versions, like the original 1984s, the ones that we wore in the 90s. These Adidas did a very good job. I won't say very good job. Adidas did a magnificent job in shaping, crafting, going back into the archives, looking at the original blueprints of the Adidas Forum. And this is the byproduct of it. Adidas Forums, to me, are the microcosm of a classic old school shoe. Love freaking Adidas Forums, man. Again, have always been. I'm a Detroiter. We love top 10s when I was growing up, but we also love forums. Adidas Forums will always be my favorite gym shoe, sneaker, whatever you want to call it, favorite of all time, especially when they go back into the archives and bring back the snakeskin. I tell you, from a stylistic comfort approach, this shoe is A1, no doubt about it. So let's go ahead and talk about some nostalgic memories of this particular silhouette, this particular colorway, the Adidas Forum Snakeskin High. My only nostalgic memory is they were released in the latter part of 2016. I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. I saw it on the Adidas website. About 2 weeks later, I had them in my possession. And I wore them in Okinawa probably about a couple times. And I've worn them since then. So I've had these shoes almost, let me do some public math here. 2016, 2022. 6 years. I have worn these shoes probably a total of 3 or 4 times, ladies and gentlemen. I only bring these bad boys out on special occasions. I think the last time I wore these, I went and bought a brand new truck as a retirement gift to myself, and I wore these to the dealership. Phenomenal shoe. Love these freaking Adidas Forums, ladies and gentlemen. I know I kind of screamed in there when I said it. Adidas Forums, baby. I guess that's a short episode today for Gym Shoe Story on the Thursday. What I do want to say, though, as we close it out, for the next 3 to 4 weeks, I will showcase a pair of Adidas Forums. This week, I talked about the classic, original high-top snakeskin Forums. Next week, I'm going to bring another colorway for the next, let's say, 4 weeks. Let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with the next 3 weeks. I will talk about nothing but Adidas Forums. Different colorways. Phenomenal. Can't wait to have that discussion. And we continue to deep dive into the Adidas Forums. So next week, we'll talk about another one. So again, for the next 4 weeks, for the next 4 Gym Shoe Stories on a Thursday, we're going to talk about the Adidas Forums. And next week, I will have a brand new colorway that I will talk about. But again, historically, there's not a lot of history with these because, again, this particular silhouette was released in 2026. This colorway, I should say, 2016. But the original Forums, 1984. Phenomenal shoe, y'all. The Adidas Forums. Bam! Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in today on a short Gym Shoe Stories on Thursday. Stay tuned. Stay locked. All the best. All praises due. Godspeed. Until we meet again. Trust and believe.